This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast.
Boom, shakalaka.
Boom.
Boom, shakalaka.
Hello.
Hello, Marcy.
Hello, Betsy.
Yeah. I was in Hello Dolly in high school.
Who did you play?
Ernestina? Somebody funny and who didn't have to sing.
Oh, but you can sing.
No.
I feel like I've heard you sing.
I scream. Are you thinking of me screaming into a microphone a song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's your favorite song right
now. When we got on the Zoom, I started singing that for Marcy. I was like, what song is it?
It was a quiz. It was a little quiz.
A little quiz.
I failed.
A little quiz. How you doing, Marcy? Has anything spooky happened to you?
No, nothing really spooky since our last record when I got surprised by my neighbor.
Very scary. Got you real good. Got you real good.
What about you? Any spooky stuff?
No, nothing spooky really, which is nice. Just had Halloween happen and that was fun and spooky and just delightful. But now it's nothing's too spooky. Well, that's fine. And it's fine.
Do you think like true crime podcasts are like, did any crimes happen to you?
Oh.
Any fun crimes?
Yeah, right. So any weird crimes happened to you recently?
Yeah, any unsolved crimes that we can help
Any
with?
unsolved? Yeah, weird. Any crimes happened to you?
I hope not.
I'll tell a lot of bad driving. I'll tell you what.
Oh, out here
That's a crime.
in Los Angeles.
Los
Please.
Angeles. Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise. I'm just gonna dive into one of our listener stories.
Yes, we're doing some listener stories. I love it. Let's do it. If nothing spooky's happening.
Yeah, let's listen to other people tell me something spooky. How about that? Ever heard of other people? Huh?
Have you?
Please.
Huh?
All right.
Other people?
Please.
Yeah, let me have one.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Hey Betsy, hey Marcy. All right, I have finally decided to send a voice memo. Oh my God, this is terrifying. You know how you sound different on recording and you just like absolutely hate it? It's just the worst. That's how I feel about this. But anyway, I'm going to do it because I'm just so excited and I love your podcast so much. I recently sent you guys an email about my creepy ass kid who I honestly and sincerely feel is a sensitive. There is way too many coincidental situations with this kid that he's a sensitive. There's just no other way. The coincidences, it's just, there's a point where it becomes too coincidental to be anything but paranormal. It was titled My Creepy Ass Kid, if it hadn't been read yet. Basically, he had woken me up and scared me, pointing to something at the ceiling fan that he could see that I could not. And he kept telling this thing that it was his house. It was his house, not that thing's house. And, it was creepy. That was one of the most terrifying nights in my life. I was an adult and I still climbed into bed with my mommy, with my son. I woke her up in the middle of the night and I said, Mommy, can I please sleep with you? I'm scared. And she opened her blankets, thank God, my mom's the best, and let her adult daughter and her child sleep with her that night. Oh, thank God for moms, right? But I wanted to reach out and just touch base and tell you guys about another thing my son had did. We had met a guy. Well, I had met a guy. His name was Doug, and he I just fell in love, right? I fell in love with him, and we started dating, and we we were looking for a place together. My first time. Like I said in my email, I was a single mom. I had a baby. The dad wasn't in the picture, and I was trying to raise him by myself. And I was working, and I was living with my mom, and I was trying to save up for a place. But it's really hard being a single mom, being very young. I was very young, and it was hard. So thank God for my mother. Really, she is a saint to me, my most bestest friend in the world. I love my mother. So I lived with her for a long time while my son was young. But then I met this guy, and, we started dating, and about a year after dating, we decided, well, maybe we should move in together, right? It was young love. It was exciting. It was going to be my first real place by myself, with him. Girls, do it yourself. Just go out there and do it yourself. You don't need a man. Anyway, more for that later. So we're looking for a place. We're searching everywhere. And if my other story wasn't read, my son is a sensitive. So we're looking, and my son says to me, Mom, I want to live in a blue house that's haunted. I said, oh yeah? Okay. Why? He's like, I don't know. I just do. I want to live in a blue house that's haunted. I said, all right, buddy. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to get what we get, and we're not going to throw a fit. Months go by, and Doug and I finally found a place. We go to that place. It's a blue house. Okay, whatever. That's coincidental, right? So we're touring this house, Doug and I. We're looking at everything, and then a neighbor lady comes by. And she comes right in to the house. The door is wide open, so she just comes right in. She's a neighbor. She comes in, she says, oh, you guys don't want to buy this house. You do not want to buy this house. This house has had so much death in it. I can't even tell you how many people have died in this house. I said, huh. She's like, and it's filled with mold. It's got mold everywhere. It's just littered with asbestos and mold and blah, blah. She's really trying to make us not live here, which I found odd. Like, who comes over and just starts saying all these things to random people you've never met? Like, this was a complete stranger to me. I don't know this lady, and she's telling me all this. So I really just brush it under the rug. I'm like, whatever, girl, get out of here. I'm looking for a place with me and my new family. Okay, I'm trying to start my new chapter in life. So we just ignore her. We contact the owners and we say, hey, yeah, we want to rent this. We weren't buying it. We wanted to rent it. And they're like, all right, cool. We buy it. Well, no, sorry. We rent it. We move in. And not even, I want to say 2 weeks later, I'm at home with my son, the creepy-ass kid that I was telling you about, Bailey. And he's outside playing. And he runs in, just, Mom, come outside. And I'm like, what, bud? What do you need? He's like, come look. And I'm like, what? He's like, Mom, there's a shaman standing outside. I'm like, a what? He's like, there's a shaman standing outside, and I can see her. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, come here, come look. So I follow him outside. I go around our house. I look into our backyard. there's this fence that's broken, and on the broken side, there's just a forest. And I'm looking at all the trees. I'm like just looking for a person or anything. And he goes, Mom, do you see it? And I'm like, no, bud, do I see what? What am I looking for? He's like, do you see her? She's a shaman, Mom. She looks like Gigi. I'm like, no, buddy, I don't see her. He's like, she's looking right at us. I can see her eye. And she's kind of hiding behind the tree. You don't see her? I'm like, no. And at this point, I'm like a shaman because obviously I was uncultured and I didn't know what that was, so I had to Google it. There is no way in heck my son knew at the age of 7 what a shaman was, because I sadly didn't even know what a shaman was. I had to Google it. And when I Googled pictures and I showed him, he showed me a picture that did look like my grandmother, but it was a Native American shaman. I live in Montana, and we have a lot of rich Native American history. I'm so thankful that he told me about it, because then I could, learn and see. Tanky, stop it. The culture that I have been so blinded to until my sweet and amazing son pointed it out to me. He had literally opened my eyes to a new culture, and I love him. This is one of many, many stories I have of my creepy ass son, whose name is Bailey, and he wants to say hello. Here he is. 1 second.
Hi, Betsy. I'm that creepy ass kid. I really, really wanted to meet you for so long, and yeah, bye.
Yeah, he's so sweet, and he just loves you guys. He loves Betsy so much because he's seen her on Duncanville, and I'm obsessed with ghosts. So, Marcy, hey girl, we still love you too. Not trying to, leave you out. My son loves Duncanville, and when I told him that I found this podcast and that I was going to be submitting his stories, he just got so excited. Anyway, much love. I know this one is very long. I'm so sorry, and I hope that you guys play it.
Oh,
Wow, we did it.
We
Creepy ass Bailey.
I loved hearing from the creepy ass kid. That was
Me
great.
too. That was so nice. Wow. Okay, you gotta listen to an old lady who comes over being like, do not live in this house.
Yeah. The warnings are happening.
Lots of death has been in this house. It felt like such a 80s, don't go up to that cabin. And they're like,
Absolute-
all right, old man.
Okay.
Get out of
fine.
here.
Yeah. Also,
Wow.
I'm so impressed by Bailey, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So impressed, man. That's so spooky.
I know. I wonder, and Bailey, you might be listening, and so scream your answer out right now. Are you still of course you're sensitive, but are you still sensitive?
Yeah.
Is stuff still happening?
Yeah.
Okay, scream out your answer.
Tell us.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, man.
Wow, a shaman.
Yeah. What a specific thing,
Yes, and that
So
idea
specific.
of if I didn't even know, how did my kid know?
Right. Yeah.
And that specificity where it is coinky dink. I don't think so. Coinky dink. I don't think. Also, is your dog's name Tinky? Because that is cute. And what kind of dog is Tinky? Because it sounds like they're just a little piggy.
a little bulldoggy or something, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute. Wow.
Adorable.
That was good. That was good.
great. I have an email to read to you.
Yeah. Read it.
Okay. It says 80s ghosts.
Cool.
Cool. tell some.
We've been like wondering, like, where's some 80s ghost? man?
Yeah. Okay. So this says, "Hi, Marcy and Betsy. I contributed an audio clip that you played on the show previously. It was the episode with Pepsi Badarso, I think. I thought I'd add another story about my crazy haunted house and share one from my uncle about a totally different ghost.
Cool.
When I was 12 in the late 80s, my family moved and purchased a very nice house from what he thought was a retired couple. After we moved in, creepy things began to happen. Like lots of people, my parents moved into the new place and began making it their own. One of the projects was a DIY remodel of the master bathroom. This bathroom in our house had some hideous but clearly very expensive wallpaper. It was an ivory pearly color embossed with blue and pink seashells. Very 80s. Very Blanche Devereaux.
Yes. It feels, exactly. Or like Weekend at Bernie's, the like beach house.
Yeah. As soon as we moved in, my mom declared she hated it and begged my dad to tear it out. My dad worked a full-time job in our old town, an hour away, so it took a while for him to get to the project. On Sunday, he decided to tackle the bath, and it was a big hassle right from the start. My mom was reading quietly while he began work, and when she realized he was taking buckets and paints into the room, she said she felt what can only be described as a jolt of electricity through her body. She felt hot and cold at the same time.
Whoa.
She jumped up out of her chair and stalked to the bathroom, asking my dad, "What the hell are you doing?" To which he replied, "I'm finally going to fix the bathroom up like you wanted." She yelled, "You didn't say you were going to do that. Why are you doing that?" He was obviously bewildered and confused, so he repeated, "You asked me to." She then got confused and said she was going for a walk. She stomped down the street to her mother's house. My grandmother had recently bought a house down the street from us. When she arrived, she explained what had happened and why she was so angry. My grandma replied, "But why are you so mad? You wanted him to do this. You've been complaining about it for months." My grandmother was not a fan of my father, so I think it
Funny.
so I think it shook my mom to see her side with him in any argument. It was then that she said she felt the anger and electricity drain from her. Why was she mad about it? She hated that wallpaper. Meanwhile, down the street, my dad was having the worst time on this project. He cut himself several times and got very frustrated installing the glass shower doors. The water bucket handle broke. He got another bucket and that handle broke.
Oh, no.
My dad was not new to construction or wallpaper removal and said that he got hurt more times removing that wallpaper than he had on any other project. It seemed like he was unable to aim the screwdriver, the trowel, or the sponge correctly. He fell twice and couldn't figure out how he managed to fall.
No, this is wild.
I know. I would love to see this.
I want to see this so bad. This feels like Mr. Bean or something.
Yeah, it was a pain from the beginning to end, but he got it all off. My mom got home and was in a much better mood. The bathroom was scraped and ready to be painted the next day. She thought it already looked much better with the gleaming shower doors and blank walls. As they lay sleeping that night, she woke up to the sound of cabinets in the bathroom opening and closing all on their own.
Wow.
She lifted her head and squinted at the dark bathroom. Along with the drawers and cabinets opening and closing, she heard a shower curtain being pulled from left to right, back and forth.
Oh, I got chills.
I know, this is so creepy. And this is the part that really scared her because she realized that there wasn't a shower curtain in there anymore. It was a tub with shower doors. By this time, my dad had woken up too, asking what was making that noise and why she was sitting up. As he was about to get up to see it for himself, it stopped. When it stayed quiet, he checked. It all looked fine. They somehow went back to sleep. I mentioned this in the previous audio clip I sent you, but it turns out we didn't buy a house from a retired couple. Our neighbors informed us that the man who sold us the house had owned it with his wife of 30 years. They had 2 grown daughters. When his wife was about 50, she got a terminal cancer diagnosis, and as a result, hung herself in the garage. Within a year, he had
my
remarried a
God.
younger woman, and I guess they did not enjoy living there, so they put it on the market. Oh, wow.
My God.
There were a bunch more ghosty things that happened there, but that bathroom didn't get messed with again. I firmly believe that she felt protective over her home, which she had lovingly decorated, and just couldn't bear to see the seashells go. She tried to take my mom for a ride, but could not anticipate that my grandmother would break the spell by doing the impossible, siding with my dad in an argument. There's more, but that one is so...
Because if it is like, whoa, did that woman possess the mom? Like, to be like, what are you doing? Why would you, like using her as a vessel?
Yeah.
To be like, what are you doing? You told me to do this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Incredible. Oh my God.
And so funny for grandma to be like, I'm with your husband on this one. What?
Also, like, I wonder if after her husband remarried, if they were experiencing hauntings from the wife.
It sounds like they didn't want to live there for much longer. So I wonder if she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you moved on?
Oh, okay.
Oh, she seems
well, I'm going to make
nice.
you physically move on out of this house.
Punk.
Yeah, she seems nice.
Oh, yeah. This bitch.
Wow. That's a wild, fun story. That's wild.
So wild. Second story. This story is about a totally different place and a totally different ghost.
Wow.
In the 80s, my uncle and aunt moved into an apartment in Daly City, California, right after getting married.
Nice.
They both worked office jobs and usually got home around the same time each evening. They used to play this little game where whoever got home first would hide and the next person would have to come and find them. Horrifying, if you ask me.
Funny. That is so funny.
Also, like, how long were they hiding?
Yes, like, I have to take a shit, but I gotta hide. Okay, I'll just wait. That is so funny.
Like, you didn't hear the phone in the other room ring with your spouse being like, I'm gonna stay late at work.
Yeah, so you went to happy hour, huh?
Oh.
You went to happy hour with your friends from work.
I was in the attic.
My legs hurt so bad. Yeah, I was in the attic for that whole time.
Oh, God.
That is so funny.
That's so funny. Anyway, one day my uncle got home and heard my aunt giggling, so he went on the hunt to find her. He heard her in the bedroom, so he went there and searched the closet, under the bed, and behind the door. Then he heard the giggle coming from the living room, so he marched out there.
Conjuring, dude.
I know. Oh, God, this is so good. And he looked behind the curtains. Finally, he heard the giggle coming from the entryway closet. He says that he was finally sure he knew where she was and went to open the door to find nothing. She wasn't there.
No.
At that moment of recognition, she walked in the front door, holding her purse and with her sunglasses still on. He, of course, looked white as a sheet, and so she asked him what was wrong. What preceded was a fight about whether or not she was messing with him.
Yep, fair enough.
Fair.
If you play hide and seek every day, like, it's gotta be like, where you had to be fucking with me.
Yeah. When he was finally convinced that it was not her giggling around the house, he says they both went quiet, staring at each other, trying to make sense of what it could mean. That's when they both heard a noise from the living room, which they could see clearly from the entryway. The crystal candy dish on their coffee table was shaking, and as they had looked at it, and the lid flew off and broke on the floor.
Whoa.
Needless to say, they saved up to move out of that place and didn't play that little game ever again. Love the podcast. Can't get enough of the stories and your responses. Thanks for the free laughs and chills, Sandra. Whoa.
Sandra, great stories.
Both of these are so great.
Wow.
Whoa. Insane.
Wow. The candy dish. I love that. Like, also the entity or ghost or whatever being like, no, she was not here. I was giggling for her.
Yeah.
You don't believe her? I'm fucking throwing this lid off to the ground.
It was me, okay?
It was me. I was doing something really good and scary. Come on.
Give me credit. Damn
Come
you.
on. I'm so scary. Come on. Give me fucking credit, dude.
Please. It's so hard to be a ghost. You don't even get it.
Yeah, you don't even understand what it's like being a ghost.
It's so hard.
Oh my god. Wow, that was good.
That was really, really spooky. Spooky.
Spooky. Okay, I got one.
Okay.
All pulled up. All pulled up. Don't know what to do.
Then you turn around and find the person that is you.
a musical mood, man.
Yeah,
Singing songs.
You got the music in you.
What's that? You too?
No, is it the New Radicals?
Oh, that makes sense.
Marilyn Manson will kick your ass in.
Oh, yes. Okay, this one's called Just Let Me Sleep. Bedtime Scary Stories and Dreams.
Oh, no.
Hello, Betsy and Marcy. Allow me to first take a moment to thank you for the hours and hours of listening enjoyment over the years.
You doing some construction over there, B?
Yeah. Gilly's vacuuming up.
Oh.
I have listened to every episode of A Funny Feeling and enjoy both of you immensely. You ladies have taken the time to provide us with hours of stories and laughter. So it is now my time to share some of my scary stories.
Yes.
Plus, I like to help out when needed. Plus, I want to truly thank you both for being advocates for the LGBTQ plus group. We can always use funny, intelligent, and talented allies to give us a voice when it seems that it's taken away more and more.
Oh, man.
But back to the scary.
Woo.
Thank you for that. That's
Yeah.
nice. Although it may not seem like I did try to keep these stories concise. Although it may not seem like it, I did try to keep these stories concise. I have had a long history of attracting the spooky, and I'm not really sure why. It could be the Catholic blood coursing through my veins, or just the openness to it. But truly scary things seem to happen to me with regularity. Here are some of the most recent. All have happened during bedtime or while sleeping. Oh, bummer. Okay, here we go. Story 1. Are you ready, Marcy?
Give it to me.
A few months ago, I was sleeping in on a Saturday morning. Nice. Only to be woken up by someone or something pounding on my bedroom door. This sounded like an angry mom pounding on your door when you were a kid and late for school. I only live with one other person. I thought it was a work day and I somehow overslept. So I flung my covers off and jumped out of bed saying, I'm up, and ran to the door only to realize the only other person in the house was still sleeping in their room and there was nobody there. I stood there staring out to an empty room, nobody at the door, and kind of crawled back into bed thinking I must have dreamed it. But whatever was knocking on my door, it was loud and actually woke me up from a deep sleep. I have no real explanation and did ask the other person later that morning, and they, of course, had not been the ones to do it.
Ooh, nasty.
Weird. That's strange.
Unless it was exploding head syndrome.
I was thinking of that. I was like, what's that exploding head thing? Maybe it was that and just out of sleep, like.
Also terrible, yeah.
Right. I also wonder if it's like. I wonder if their place is connected to another living thing where like somebody dropped something. Like there have been a couple of times where I'm snoozing hard and then somebody drops a phone in the other house and you're like, oh, Steve,
Yeah.
like
Where it's just like
out of bed real quick.
because your brain tries to put together like what is that?
Yes.
But I don't know. That is
Ooh.
a distinct like.
Yeah, like pounding on your door. That's fucking weird.
Awful.
Oh, how dare they? Okay, story 2. The next nighttime visitor, I can genuinely say, has given me the creeps. I've had paranormal experiences. I believe were loved ones visiting me. Even though I am no longer a practicing Catholic, I remain faithful and do pray to my loved ones who have passed. And sometimes I'm pretty sure they pay me a visit. One night, again semi-regularly, I woke up in the middle of the night. I try not to look at the alarm clock near my bed because I feel it's only a buzzkill to know you have X amount of time left to sleep. I know. But on this occasion, I did turn to look. Except in the darkness of my room, I couldn't focus my eyes on the time or even see my alarm clock. As I tried to focus in the pitch darkness toward the direction of my alarm clock, a figure or shadow person next to my bed moved and then unobscured the view of my alarm clock.
Oh my God.
It was literally like a person or a black shadow person was standing next to my bed while I was sleeping and actually hiding the glow and view of my alarm clock.
Ooh.
So as I stared, it finally moved out of the way and I could then see the clock. Even being in the middle of the night and half asleep, I instantly processed what had happened. And like all the other times, I just told myself, probably not a murder in your room, just a ghost, and shut my eyes and actually fell back asleep. I remember panicking, but honestly not really being too freaked out until the morning and telling my boyfriend what had happened. What the hell? This was a new one for me. I would like to think it was a loved one watching over me at night and not the dark shadow of a random ghost, but who really knows?
Ew.
What? That's like, I want to see that in a movie.
Absolutely.
You know, like to
yeah.
trying to like find the alarm clock and then a fucking body moving.
That's so freaking scary.
Frickin' scary, Mr. Bigglesworth. Frickin' scary. Dr. Evil doesn't like it. Wow, that's so nasty.
Oh, man.
Okay, story 3.
Ooh.
This final story I will pass along is about a dream I recently had. It was a very realistic dream, which I do not have too often anymore. I was at my childhood home, the one I grew up in, and my parents still live at. I was entertaining my boss and his family, which is gross to think about. I hope that never really has to happen.
Oh.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
And while I was, and like, I wonder if like even in the dream was like, what the fuck?
Why
do
do
I have to do this? I don't want to fucking do this.
No. That's like 1950s stuff.
Yeah, that's so, yeah, like Dick Van Dyke show.
Honey,
like,
get the roast. My boss is coming.
I told you to get a roast and you ordered a ghost? No.
Oh my God.
Maybe we should write a 1950s sitcom.
I mean, ready to buy it? Who wants it?
Yeah, come on. Who wants it? Come on, TV Land, give it to us. And while I was giving them a tour of the house, we go into my childhood bedroom. In the dream, I'm standing in the bedroom with my boss and his family when my uncle, who passed a few years ago, walks into the room. This uncle was not a good person in life and treated my aunt horribly.
Aww.
My aunt is still alive and going through some serious health issues right now. So in the dream, my uncle walks in, but he is much younger and honestly younger than I ever knew him during my life. Let's say in his 20s. It was so random, and I stood there in the dream instantly knowing that he did not belong. He walked in through the doorway, and I look at him and go, "What are you doing here?" And I then say, "You are dead, and you should not be here right now. My uncle is dead." And I then say to him, "You are not my uncle. You must be a demon, because that is the only way you could come into my dream and be standing here before me."
Ew.
Now, please know I am not a Tammy Faye Baker and have no clue why I would be thinking he's a demon. I don't include demonology talk into my daily vernacular. So he looks at me and goes, "I know. That is what I want to talk to you about." What? Oh my God, what the fuck is this dream? So I got on the offensive and I said, "You are not my uncle. He's dead and you need to leave." I was trying to kick him out of my dream, which I felt he was hijacking. He looks at me, turns and walks through the wall of my bedroom. My bedroom was on the second story of the house. Not that that really matters, but details. And as he leaves my room, I walk to the window. From my childhood bedroom window, I look out to the neighbor's front yard, and he is now standing in the yard looking back at me. I stare at him in the eyes for a moment and then woke up from the dream. Ew.
That's
Here
so scary.
are some theories. I think this was honestly my uncle's spirit/ghost visiting my dream, except he kind of literally took the occasion to hijack the dream to deliver some kind of message to me. But it was like even in my dream state, I knew what he was doing was not appropriate, or that I did not need to be leery, or that I did need to be leery of him. So in the dream, I determine he's a demon or evil and should be banished. I don't like how I had what was almost an intelligent conversation with him, like outside the dream that was already existing when he entered it. I shifted focus to him. When he answered, I know that is what I want to talk to you about. I guess I should have listened. What message was he trying to tell me? Good? Bad? Was he evil? I honestly don't think this man is in heaven if you catch my drift. He was kind of that bad of a person. But with my aunt, his wife being super sick and close to death herself right now, was he trying to relay a message to her? I just don't know and probably will never know because in the dream, I kicked his ass out to the yard.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I had that power in the dream to defend my dreamscape. It was super vivid and quote unquote real to me. And when I woke up, I felt like I just had a real conversation with someone who has been dead for several years.
Weird.
Also, I think it makes sense his spirit form was his 20-year-old self, as if the younger version of him is what you would want to portray in the afterlife. Wow. I would like to hear what your opinions are on the stories and then the dream. These are only the most recent things that have happened. Like other people, I have many more I can share. Thank you again for taking the time to read my story. Sorry if they were long. I will always appreciate the work you do. All my best and stay spooky. Kurt in Florida.
Disney.
What was that dream?
That was really, I mean, and Kurt asked like if it was a demon, and it was like, yeah, kind of, or
yeah, like kind of being like, and I need to talk to you.
Ew.
Because even and even just like if it is just Kurt's brain being like bad person, let's heighten to demon in the dream.
Yeah.
That's still like, was it a visitation? And knowing that he was dead.
Yeah.
Wow, that's intense. I mean,
Yeah.
I do think the idea of like he came and just hijacked a dream.
Yeah.
And maybe he did have a message, good, bad, or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, I think the instinct though to be like, get the fuck out is the right
I do
one.
too. I think your gut was absolutely
especially
spot on.
in the dream, if your brain is in control of everything that's happening and it says this is bad,
Yes.
either one, someone has come in and they don't belong there, or two,
Yep.
like you already know that this is not supposed to be going on. So
Right. Because
No.
I feel like it feels like in real life he would be like, get out of here.
yeah.
And so even in dream where it's like, yeah, we could do anything. You could hear him out. He could give you, your uncle could give you $1 million in your dream.
Yeah. Please.
Oh, yeah, your gut, dude. You nailed it, Kurt. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Wow. Ugh. Yuck.
Spooky, dude.
Spooky dude, right?
Too spooky, dude.
How about I play another listener story?
Hell yeah, dude.
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 Hi, Marcy and Betty. Thank you for your podcast. I love listening to you guys while I work or even while I build puzzles. I'm from South Africa, so hey. Okay, so my story is one of those where I don't know if you've ever walked into a house, but you kind of get like a snapshot or a timestamp of something that happened inside this house or place. Anyway, my story is one of those. I went on holiday a few years ago with my ex-boyfriend, and we went down to KwaZulu-Natal, which is like the holiday spot for most people, either that or Cape Town, but we went to KwaZulu-Natal, and the area was called so it's kind of rurally, like the main town there is like a street or two streets, very small. But we went to go stay in a diver's lodge, a guest house. So like, you just get the room, you sleep in the room, and then like, you leave for the day, and you only get coffee and rusks. That's like the thing, no breakfast, no lunch. You just get your coffee and your rusks in the morning. That's the only thing that's free. But so I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but I stayed inside our room, like we had just gotten there, and my partner at the time had gone out to go get some drinks and stuff for us, and I stayed inside, and like I journal and I write down my dreams. So I just did that to catch up on my day, the previous day, the driving down, and also writing down my dreams. So as I was sitting on this bed and he was out, I just, like, I'm very open to things, but not always. So sometimes people come through, and sometimes it doesn't. So in this situation, as I was sitting down writing, all of a sudden I just kind of feel like it sort of feels like I'm choking, but not quite like I'm choking, but like the throat chakra is like trying to, I don't know, spin open or something, but like it's kind of like a choking feeling, but not quite choking. Anyway, so I'm writing, and then the next thing, like I just put down my journal and my pen, and I just feel this woman, but like I'm the woman, but it's not me. Like I know it's not me, in this house. And I just feel from her perspective, she is sitting and she is waiting, and I feel acceptance. He's gonna come home like he always does, and he's going to accuse me like he always does, never believing what I say, just like he always does, and he's gonna kill me. Today's the day he's gonna kill me. And then so that's what I'm feeling from this woman. Just like this complete acceptance, like she knows what's coming. It's happened before, like not quite her dying, but she knew that day was the day she was dying. And then I felt myself choke. So yeah, that was my experience. And the way she felt young-ish, like between the age of like 30 and 42, there-ish. And I kind of saw her with dark hair, her, like, just kind of got that screenshot, because now I was waiting for my partner to come back. So I suppose in that moment, not just did someone want me to witness what she had gone through before she passed, but also the house wanted me to witness, kind of a way to let the energy out, if that makes sense. And also kind of like walking or sitting or slipping into a time slip or something. I kind of think it was a combination of that. So yes, the other one that's in the similar vein is I walked into someone's house, and I was just standing there, and I just felt like this extreme sadness from the house in this space and time, just a sadness that the two people in this house smack each other. It's really weird, but yeah, like again, a time slip, also kind of for the energy to be released. It's not nice, these things, but yeah, those are my two weird experiences. And then the other weird experience I had. So I was in a coven, doing like my first degree, and which I'm not doing anymore, but so we went and we celebrated Samhain that particular month, because our Halloween's obviously not the same as yours, because we are in the southern hemisphere, whereas you guys are in the northern. So we celebrated Samhain, and we were honoring those who had passed on. Now the whole while in the circle, everyone, I don't really want to say this person's name, so I'm just going to say P. Everyone kept hearing P's name except me in our circle. And afterwards they said it, and I'm like, I know this one guy with the name P that's passed on. I don't know this guy with the name P. But no, I didn't actually think of the actual P, if you catch my drift. Anyway, so then we went on to the Ouija board. Now, I'm not usually on board with being on a Ouija board, but now like my high priestess and the high priest is there, and they've got like serious protection juju, so I was okay doing it. They were there, you know, they won't let anything through or what. So now again, this P person's name keeps coming up, and then his son's name comes up with a W, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, you know, like I'm not really listening. I was like, yeah, and then I get his brother's name starting with an R, and I'm like, is it though? Just like a lot of doubt. So then he mentions his sister-in-law, whose name starts with an S, and I'm like, you know, like it's not really twigging. I'm like, you know, because like, you know, you hear of all these tricksters and stuff. Anyway, so there's like anyway, and then like the word hospital comes up, and now it's like I'm just now standing to the side when all of this is going on, and the people's fingers are on the thingamabob that moves around. I don't know what you call it right now, and I'm just like, okay, it could be for me, but you know, like I'm not going to take it too seriously. Anyway, like I know I'm saying all this stuff with a smile on my face, but actually it's fuckball scary, and yeah. So I get home, and I'm like, to my ex-partner at the time, I'm like, I think it was this person, and this message was for this person, for these people. Now, I didn't say anything because, like, you know, you go to people and they're like, no, I don't believe you. Was there something wrong with you? So I didn't say anything. And then a few weeks later, there was a major accident, and someone did get hurt and ended up in a coma, and now is unable to walk or talk. So again, they were trying to tell me something, but like I was too afraid to say stuff to people. But then I also understand that there's a big possibility that they wouldn't have believed me, but then I wouldn't be feeling the shitty way on the inside where I could have said something, and then it was on them whether or not they listened. So yeah, those are some of my stories. Yeah, it's not that perky or cheerful and I'm laughing, but hey. Yeah, so just wanted to share that. Thank you for your show, guys.
I mean, we're not looking for perky and cheerful anyway.
No. Oh my gosh.
That's
I love all the signs pointing toward and just being like, no. That's not them. That's not them.
No, I don't think that.
Oh, a
that doesn't sound
sister-in-law.
right.
Nah. That's so, and very human to be like, no way, man. And
Can't
human
be.
to also be like, do I tell them?
Right.
Or do I, like, because if you tell them and nothing happened, like, yeah, it's really tough.
And like, what are they supposed to do? Like, what?
Exactly.
Like, you know, that kind of stuff is such a burden on the person experiencing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you are sensitive.
Absolutely. Like kind of getting those feelings of like what happened in that house, that couple. Like, ugh.
Yes.
Very.
Yes.
Not good. No good.
How wild to just be like, oh, walking into a place and being like, ooh, this is sad, and this couple like smacked each other.
I know.
Or the woman who like knew that she was gonna get killed.
Oh, yes, that's awful. That's so
Wow.
awful.
Man,
What, Betsy? What?
I'm just so like, what must that be like? Walking into places and getting such a like specific feeling and vibe
It's
from it.
Like not just like something bad happened here, but like a woman, couple abuse, like gonna kill me. Like what? How? Ugh.
yes.
No.
Yeah, can't we get the like, wow, oh, hell yeah, it's my birthday and I'm having a big party vibe?
Yeah.
Come on, ordering a bunch of food and friends. Come on.
Come on. When do we ever get haunted with that kind of stuff?
Yeah, hunt with some good vibes, dude.
It's like that thing where, people could give you really wonderful compliments all day long, but the
Yes.
first negative thing that you hear will stick with you forever.
Forever.
And it's like, I think that's what hauntings are. It's like a negative thing that just kind of sticks.
Sticks around.
Yeah.
Because what if it is like, what if there are awesome hauntings happening, but, excuse me,
But
it's
you hate
just
them
us
because
feeling good.
because they're kids laughing, giggling, and running, and you hate them.
Nasty.
Those
nasty.
kids are so happy.
Those are good ones.
They are those kids going. They're so happy, Betsy, and
That's
you
too
won't.
creepy.
You won't let them be happy.
That is too creepy.
Look,
No way.
don't yuck their yum.
Yuck their yum.
Yucking their yum.
Yucking their yum. Oh, what a funny phrase.
Ugh.
Hey, don't yuck my yum.
Don't
Ew,
yuck. It's really
what?
on it, and you hate to yuck that phrase, but it is
You
yuck.
hate to yuck that yum phrase. But it is a little yucky, man. Nasty.
We got time for a couple more emails, right?
Yeah. I got one.
Pull it up.
If you want me to read, or do you want to read one?
I got one pulled up right now. You ready for it?
I am so ready.
Let's battle it out. All right.
I'm so ready.
I hit my knee. Okay.
Ouch.
This one simply called My Ghost Story with an analog smiley face.
Hell yeah.
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. I live for a good ghost story, so I figured I would send you mine. Yeah.
Yes.
For some context, I am originally from West Virginia, but I now live in Maryland and work in Pennsylvania. Well, your gas
Wow.
must be so
That
expensive.
East Coast, where it is like, I drove through 17 states today in 3 hours.
wild.
Like,
And then
whoa.
California is just like the length of the entire country almost.
yeah.
Now, if there's one thing that West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Maryland all have in common, it is the abundance of Civil War history, including battlefields, monuments, and much more.
Ooh.
I live about 30 minutes from Antietam battlefield, and have heard of many paranormal sightings that have taken place there, which is to be expected as thousands of soldiers died there. There are even ghost tours that you can go on, but I'm just a little too scared to go. Analog smiley.
Sorry, dog scared me.
Wilmer.
Wilmer.
I am a paralegal at a law firm in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania,
Nice.
which also has a lot of Civil War history. Our firm,
Chambersburg, just that name sounds so old-timey.
the burg of it all, right?
Yeah, the burg, I think, is like Williamsburg. Yeah,
Yeah.
like where it's like, oh, that's old, dude.
That's old. Because what does burg mean? What is the, like...
I don't, the like, old town. I don't know.
Like Pittsburgh is another
burg
burg.
meaning. Let's see.
It means a borough or a chartered town. That's what a burg
Oh,
is.
Yeah.
All right. Chambersburg. Okay, our firm is in an old house that has been converted into an office space and survived the burning of Chambersburg, where most of the town was burnt to the ground.
Yep.
That checks. I have worked at my firm for a little over a year and was told only after accepting the job offer that our office was haunted.
Yes.
I was fresh out of college and was more than happy to deal with a ghost if it meant I would get a job that pertained to the degree I had gotten, LOL. All of my coworkers have had some sort of run-in with a ghost by the name of Lolly.
Lolly the ghost? Oh.
Lolly is apparently a little girl that had lived in our office when it was when it still served as a house, but no one is sure what truly happened to her.
Ew.
Lolly.
Lolly.
Lolly loves to mess with people.
Of course Lolly does.
I have seen files fall, quote unquote, off of
Lolly
desks when they weren't even close to the edge, and printers initiating copies seemingly on their own. But the most disturbing performance of Lolly's took place during an office lunch. We were sitting in one of our conference rooms having a discussion about Lolly, as she had pushed a file off my desk earlier that day.
Lolly.
Oh my God. Can I just pause and say, would, when I worked in an office, if we had had a ghost that I could talk about,
oh man,
it would have made the experience.
It would have made, same, like it would have made, I would have been so stoked to go to work every day.
Yeah.
Especially this active of one, like,
yeah. And if
my God.
If my coworkers were on board for like chatting it up about Lolly, what a dream.
What heaven on earth.
Heaven on earth. There was a moment when one of my coworkers called her, quote, an annoyance, which prompted Lolly to smack a leaf on the plant in the corner of the room in an upwards motion. Now,
oh my God.
Now, had this plant been positioned on the other side of the room, this would have been written off as the air kicking on, but that wasn't the case. There was no way that plant would have moved like that if it weren't for the manipulation of someone/something.
Lolly.
Since then, she has been less shy with making her presence known and still likes to knock things off desks. One morning, I was in the office by myself and heard walking up and down the stairs. We have a bell that rings every time someone comes in one of the doors, and no bell had gone off, and no one else's car was in the parking lot. I heard the walking one more time before I got up to check it, and there was no one on the stairs. No. We are fortunate that Lolly is just playful and not violent. LOL. Yeah. No,
yeah. Jeez Louise.
Oh my God. That's the other option. I have decided to only speak kindly of Lolly as not to piss her off, because I don't think I could handle an angry ghost. LOL.
No way.
No. It's not worth it, honestly. Thank you both for listening, and thank you for plugging this pod on Too Scary Didn't Watch. I couldn't possibly live without it. Love you guys, Carolyn.
Carolyn! Lolly!
Lolly.
Wow. Lolly the office ghost. Oh my God.
Lolly is a stinker, right?
Lolly is a stinker. It sounds like Lolly's having a blast.
And good for Lolly, you know.
You know, as much as little kid ghosts scare me, it is like, yeah, good for you, Lolly.
Yeah, like you
have fun.
If you have to haunt your old house, which turned into a law firm, boring. Have fun.
Dude, have a good time. Knock some files over, hit a plant.
Because I'm sure, like I said, Carolyn, I'm sure it made the water cooler chatter all the better.
Oh my God, how fun to be like, what'd Lolly do to you this morning? Oh my God, hear me out. Like, wow.
And
more offices need ghosts.
More office ghosts for sure.
Yes, please. Should we pitch that show, Office Ghosts?
Yeah, and there's like a will they won't they with the receptionist and the
ghost.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Of course.
If Lolly ever chokes someone, you could call that a lollygag.
Yes, Marcy.
If you ever heard a sudden loud bang in the other room, you call that a lollipop.
Marcy, keep going.
Okay. If you have a play about this ghost and there's a bunch of hijinks, you call that Lolly's Follies. Is that what a Follies is? I think so. Right?
I don't know. I think like a variety. It works. It works.
Lolly's Follies. Okay.
Lolly's Follies. Maybe if you have an office ghost and wait, how'd you set it up? That if you have an office ghost,
A play? Wait.
No, how'd you set up all these jokes? I think I have one, but
I think you go for it. Don't worry about the setup. I don't think I had it right. So
come on, I think you did. I'll do it like Jeff Foxworthy.
If you
yes. If you have an office ghost who then invites a bunch of bands to come play with you outside, you might have a lollipalooza.
These are great. I love that.
That's pretty good. That's a fun game. This is a fun game.
Please, in the comments, write more lolly puns for us.
Please, let us have all the lolly puns.
Lolly puns.
Lolly puns. Okay, Marcy, do we have time for one more?
Let's do one last one.
Let's do one more. I got one. It's called So Many Ghosts, Part 1, Cambodia.
I really love when we have like international, especially the eastern part of the world, the eastern hemisphere, because we just don't get a lot. So I love it.
It's very exciting. Hello, I recently found your podcast and am really enjoying it.
Yay!
Thank you. Ooh, I found it through Marcy via 90 Day Bait, which I love so much.
Honestly, I do think this person, I have selfishly, like during the move, because I have to I'm going to recreate a recording studio eventually. And I started an Amazon wish list, and I do believe that this person from Cambodia sent, I want to say my cat's something.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
I wish I could remember. I have to look through I can't remember off the top of my head, but because I remember them being like, this is from Cambodia. And I was like, that's incredible.
It has to be.
It's so nice of you.
That's so nice.
Thank you.
Wow, that rules.
So nice.
Anyways, I suppose I am a witchy-ish person.
Yeah.
As I have so many ghost encounters throughout my life. I didn't want to make it a giant email, so I'll send a few stories now and can send more later in another email.
Yeah.
I currently live in Cambodia, which is very full of ghosts and spirits. I think due to so many untimely deaths by insane violence during the Khmer Rouge. I feel bad. I don't know if I said that right.
The problem is that we don't know history.
Oh my God.
It's especially not
it
world.
Sucks. I suck at that. I'm trying.
I'm gonna look it up. Pronunciation of the Khmer Rouge.
Khmer.
Let's see here. I'm gonna
Rouge.
Khmer
Rouge. Okay.
And then, but what is it? Should I look it up? That way we just know.
Is it like a genocide or something, or like a coup or something?
It's the name that was popularly given to the members of the Communist Party of the Kampuchea and by the extension the regime through which the CPK ruled Cambodia between 1975 and 79.
Whoa, okay.
So we could only imagine that there was probably some bloodshed. Okay.
I've had a few interesting encounters since I've been here. The first was not long after we moved into our house 4 years ago. My husband was away on work travel and I was alone with our 3 kids. After dinner, I went upstairs with the kids and turned out all the lights downstairs as we finished down there. Everything was normal and tidy. Being Asia, we take our shoes off at the door and put them on a special shelf. I think we should all do that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I have some house slippers that I wear.
I do too. We always, I feel it should be a everybody does it thing.
Yeah.
Anywho, after I put the kids to bed, I came downstairs to get something and I noticed, one of my husband's dress shoes, which he rarely wore, were placed directly in the middle of the floor, perfectly lined up as if someone were going to put them on.
Whoa.
I will also mention that no one had come downstairs the whole time, as the kids were with me the entire time, so none of us had moved the shoes.
Wow.
When I mentioned it to my house helper the next day, she dropped to the ground and immediately started praying.
Well, that would fuck me up.
Yeah, wait, we got to explain a little bit more.
Uh-oh.
Please, let me know just a little bit more of what you're doing.
I start immediately crying. I don't know what you're
I'm
doing.
so sorry. Please.
Please.
When my husband mentioned it to his work colleagues, they arranged for an immediate house cleansing where a bunch of monks came to bless and exorcise the house. They chanted and sprinkled water all over the house, and we haven't had any ghosts since.
Wow, I love the immediate action that was taken there.
They
were not playing around.
There wasn't an ounce of lady, are you sure? Kids are weird. We're out of here. It was okay, great. Here we go.
Yeah. Wow.
Other incident happened about 2 months ago in Siam Reap, an amazing city filled with ancient temples. I went to get a special kind of tattoo called a Sak Yang tattoo, which is performed by a monk and done with bamboo instead of a machine. Sterile needle, of course.
I think I've seen these. Yeah, I've
Cool.
seen. Yeah.
I had met with the monk about a year prior to discuss designs and meanings. Each tattoo is done for a different blessing/protection.
That's
cool. When I met him this time, I had to bring an offering for the Buddha, 7 kinds of fruit, money, cigarettes, candles, incense, etc. I arranged the offering and put it on the altar, lit some incense and candles, and did a prayer to call the intention and protection I wanted. Then he wrote a mantra on my hand. I was to chant the mantra while he did the tattoo, and he was also chanting intently. The energy got really strong with both of us chanting. About halfway through the tattoo, we heard a huge crash. We turned around and saw the candles both burned out, and the basket of fruit had fallen from the altar and literally exploded all over the room. Fruit had rolled to every corner. There was no window open or fan or anything to make this happen. The monk got very quiet. We picked up all the fruit and replaced it onto the altar. We lit more candles and incense, and he started again. When he finished, I asked him if the Buddha was angry with me for some reason. He said empathetically that he had never seen the fruit fall from the altar, and especially like that in such an explosive way. He said the spirits were angry at him because he was supposed to go see his master's grave the week before, but didn't go because he had a client. And the design I chose was his master's design.
Whoa.
The master was angry he had not gone to see him. He told me he would go the next day, and the next day I saw on his social media that he did visit his master's grave. Phew.
Pics or it didn't happen.
Yeah, pics or it didn't. Those are my 2 Cambodia stories. I have so many more if you're interested. Yes, we are. I can write them another time when I have more time. I hope you like them. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you ever want to visit Cambodia, I'm happy to show you around. It's literally one of the most beautiful and magical places on earth. Bye, Justina.
Oh my God.
Wow, Justina.
If only that would be an amazing trip. Oh my God.
It would be incredible. It would be incredible.
Wow. That both those stories were very wild.
Yes.
Also just being
oh, sorry, go ahead.
To be like, oh, it's my fault. I didn't do something. That's
That is so cute of oh, damn it. It's my bad. Don't you worry. Buddha's not damn it. It's my bad. I didn't go visit my master's grave.
I blew it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. And once again, that everybody involved being yeah, something's up. Not
Yeah.
this like, well, I don't know what you're talking
No
about.
hesitation.
Dude.
They're
It's
like, things are bad.
yeah, things are bad. Things are bad. Wow.
These were great, you guys.
These were so good. Thank you so much. We love them.
Truly.
We
Let's
really do.
pack our bags and go to Cambodia.
I'm in, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I'm in, dude.
Hell yeah.
I would love to.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for sending them. We're going to Cambodia. See you later.
TTLY. Wait, TTYL.
TTYL.
Talk to later, yeah.
Talk to you later, yeah. Okay, TTLY. Bye. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.